What's up everyone, it's Dylan here, and today in this video I'll be guiding you through the demonic beast, Hraesvelgr, bed boss, easier to say, floor and phases. So rather than just telling you pick this character or pick that card to attack the enemy, I'll be telling you how the enemy actually work, their offensive and defensive mechanism. So you can approach it the way you want, you can pick any character you want that could actually work on this boss. So without further ado, let's go into it and tell you how they work. Alright, now we are going into battle, and the first thing to say is that the information about the floor and the phases will be on the left side of the screen. As a disclaimer, not just for the bird boss, for the other bosses, all of them are immune to reflect damage, so we don't need to go over that again and again. So, first phase of the floor 1 is that it's easy and basic. What I mean by that is that I haven't encountered any special gimmicky stuff here. So you can just take it down easily without caring about anything else, to be honest. His AoE will apply bleed damage on you, just keep that in mind. It doesn't matter that much, but just so you know. Then we have save certain card for final phase. So what I mean by this, the final phase, the boss will get a huge amount of defense increase. So any normal card will not deal any single damage to the boss. So that's why the gimmick in the last phase is to attack the boss with cards that have power strike effect to deal damage to the boss. That's why you save those cards for the last phase to take down the boss faster. And here I'm not using any power strike users, I'm using Traitor Meliodas because of his amplify card, where by the time we are reaching the last phase, he will be having a lot of buffs from his passive and Miguelda's passive, so he will be able to deal enough damage to take down the boss. Okay, now we are done with phase 1, we are going to phase 2, and basically phase 2 is the same thing, there's no gimmick about it, you just go and attack the enemy and take it down easily, just like the first one. And look at the damage from Escanor, he's shredding. So phase 3 is kind of the same as well, but there's only one thing, that if the boss attacks you with a single target, it will remove your buffs. So if you don't have taunt, the boss is free to attack anyone. And if it attacks Meliodas at this point, it's kind of bad. So you might be stalling this phase until phase 4. Or you might even restart, because if he doesn't have any good buffs on him by phase 4, he will not deal some good damage that you want him to deal. So keep that in mind. Okay, so phase 3 is done as well. Now we will be going toward phase 4 and the hard one that we talked about before. Alright, now we are at phase 4. Defense will become really big, so that's why we're going to be using the saved card that we saved before. And also, if you didn't deal enough damage, you'll be applying corrosion on you, so keep that in mind. So try your best to at least deal damage with one card. Then keep that in mind, if the battle goes on for a while, it becomes harder and harder. So trying to clear it with within 4 turns, it would be the best time for you to do it, because after the high defense, you'll be getting high attacks as well. So if you didn't kill it, he might kill you because of the high damage you'll be dealing. Alright, so we are going into floor 2, phase 1. Phase 1 is typical like the other phases. It doesn't have anything special about it, rather than just like his card has amplify effect, but I don't know, it never bothered me. So you can just take down the boss normally and that's it. But there's only one thing that you will be needing to focus on, which is phase 2. Phase 2, he has an AoE attack that will take down your whole team if you don't have a taunt effect on yourself. If you have taunt, it will miss and will not deal any damage, which is really good. But if you don't have it, it will take down the whole team. So the preparation here is that you will be, if you are using this ultimate Escanor, you'll be needing to save up the finger cards to deal after damage, because the boss will revive with a little bit of his HP. So the finger from Escanor will be really good, so keep that in mind. But if you are using the other Escanor, you'll be needing to use his ultimate, so keep that in mind when you're going into the next phase. Okay, here I'm going to be showing you this part of the video to know how this phase actually works. I did some miscalculation that I forgot the boss will revive a little bit of his HP. If I did the card the other way, Escono would have taken down the boss and we have been in a good spot. But here I forgot, and the boss will give you a couple of single attacks, and his last attack is the AoE that will take down the whole team. Just look at it here, and the whole team is gone. Just like that. So you have to go back and do the run again. So, you know, keep that in mind. Alright, so we are back with phase 2 and as you can see, we got lucky, we got a taunt from the end. So basically, if you got a taunt, everything else will become just a normal phase. And as you can see, the boss will revive with a little bit of his HP. On the next turn, we can take it down. So we are at phase 3, and this phase has one gimmick where based on the amount of HP he's left after you attack it, he'll be getting a buff. So the first quarter is a defense buff, the half is the HP, and the last quarter is a attack buff. So you try your best to land on the defense, because if he goes on the HP, he'll be getting lifesteal, of course, which is a HP related stat. So you should just try your best to stay on the defense side, so you will not recover the amount of HP you took from him. Then after that turn, you'll be just going with your most hard hit attack and take down the boss easily. Just that's the only gimmick. Okay, now we are at phase 4, the last phase of the floor 2. For me, it didn't have any special gimmick that I noticed, so, you know, just go for the attack and take down the boss easily as that. The only thing that he used the explosion effect skill, so if that hits you, it will recover some of his HP. So just keep that in mind. I don't know, it was never a hard phase for me, so, you know, just attack the enemy and take it down. Alright guys, we're finally there, the last floor, and now we are at phase 1. Here the bird will apply a skill effect on you called Blockade, where you can't use rank 2 and above cards, so you have to deal damage with only rank 1s. You might get lucky and be able to cleanse it with Miguel's Holy Relic, but even if you couldn't, it's not that big of a deal. You can take down the boss, it's not that hard. But phase 2 is kind of an issue, where the boss will remove your ultimate gauge and put dissolve on you. So you can't get ultimate or make ultimate. So going from phase 1 to phase 2 with ultimate is a good strategy. Alright, we are done with phase 2 as well. Now we are at phase 3, where the boss will lock your skill the more you stay in the phase. So be careful of that. It will first lock your taunt card, then debuff, then buff, then attack. So taking it down faster is a good decision. Also, it will put buff on itself after turn 3, if I'm not mistaken, where he gets evade as well, so you can't damage it, because that's kind of annoying. And the final phase, phase 4, it's kind of the same as the phase 3, but here the boss will get a random passive, and that passive determines what you should do and how to attack the boss. And if I'm not mistaken, there are 3 passives. One, it will revive with 50% of his HP, simple as that. And the second one, if the boss survives with 20% of his HP, he will revive with full HP and 15% buff on all of his stats. And the third one, it will reduce your attack related stats by 30% for 2 turns if it attacks with a single target attack. Alright, now you can just go and attack the bird and take it down and go and celebrate that you have actually cleared all the floors of the bird. And with that, we will end the video. Guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was a good and useful video for you. Like I said in the start of the video, this was a video on how to clear the bird as of mechanics and the floor and phases, rather than just building a team. So, you know, you can build your team the way you want it based on the information you know about the bird. So if you want me to make a video on how to build a team, what's a good team to build, let me know in the comments and I will try my best to make a video on that. And basically that's it, guys. See you in a new video.